hope you all are having a fantastic day. So today's video is going to be the first video of many to my Adulting 101 series. The topic of today's video is going to be all about how to save and budget our money. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I feel as if I have a lot to offer when it comes to this topic, and that is because I am a stay-at-home mom and have been for the last 5 years. I don't actually have an income, so my contribute to my family when it comes financially is saving money. So if you are interested on some saving tips on how to better budget yourself, just keep watching. The first thing we're going to have to do before we even get into budgeting is we're going to have to figure out what you're working with. So when I say what you're working with, what is your monthly income? So this is going to vary for everyone. Not everyone makes a salary income, which is income that is consistent every single month. Some people have hourly wages, a majority of people do have hourly wages, so which means it is going to fluctuate. Now, my advice to you, if that is the case, is to go through your pay stubs and take your smallest pay stub and budget yourself on that. My motto in life is underestimate and over deliver. So when you're going to budget yourself with what you make as the smallest income you have coming in, then when you make a month that you are going to be making a little bit of extra money, that is all going to be extra money because you've been budgeting yourself on your smallest monthly income you've had over the last year. Now that we have distinguished what our monthly income is, we're going to need to take the time to write out a list of what our monthly expenses are. And when I say that, I mean every little expense, even the little tiny ones that could be like $7, we need to write them down. So now that we know our monthly income and what we have for our expenses every single month, we need to distinguish through our expenses what are needs and what are wants. Is there something that you're paying for that you're not really getting the money that you're investing into it back out of it? So if you're paying for a gym membership, as an example, do you actually use the gym membership? Are you going 3 times a week to get the value of the dollar that you're paying for? If not, maybe consider unsubscribing from the gym and maybe just doing a few at-home workouts. So now that we have our monthly income along with our monthly expenses, we can now make a realistic budget. So to make a realistic budget, you're going to have to track your spending. So this can be done in several different ways, but how I like to track my spending is through my online banking. I simply go onto my online banking, go into my bank account, check my search engine, and put in what store I'm looking to see how much I've spent the money at, and then put a time frame. So if I wanted to know that year how much money I've spent in the store, I'll put from December to December 31st of the following year, and it will tally it all up, everything that I've purchased at that store. Then I take that total and I divide it by 12. That is what I would take and budget myself to use in that store. And I do this with every single place. So whether it's the grocery stores, Walmart is a big one. Actually, we honestly try to avoid Walmart because Walmart's one of those stores you can buy groceries, you can buy house goods, you can buy clothing, and you'll come out of there with a $500 bill. You go to check your bank statement, you see you spent $500 a month ago, but you can't remember what you spent $500 on. Meanwhile, if you keep your grocery shopping to the grocery store, you know what you spent in that store was on groceries. Now that we know our monthly income, our monthly expenses, and have created a realistic budget, now we can try to figure out where we can save things. Number 1, stop buying coffee and eating out. Honestly, the money you spend when you buy coffee and you eat out is ridiculous. On top of it, you save yourself time because I don't know the last time I went through a Starbucks drive-thru and it didn't take me 15 minutes to get my coffee. It blows my mind, really, it does. It's a fraction of the price to make your drinks and your food at home. And to top it off, it's probably going to be a lot more healthier for you. Tip number 2, make lists. So I make lists for everything. If I don't make a list, I get so sidetracked and you will find 20 other things in my cart that is not supposed to be there. So when I go grocery shopping, every single Friday I sit down, I look through my house, figure out what food I have that I need to use or I can use, and I meal plan my week around what I have, what's on sale on the flyers, and then I go shopping. And I do not get anything that's not on my list. If it's not on my list, I don't get it because I don't need it. And if I bring it home, it's most likely going to go bad. Another list I like to make is things I want, because realistically, we're human beings. There's lots of things we're going to want. There's things that we're going to need to replace. They're not really needed to be replaced. We more want them to be replaced. So I make a list of these things. And when a special occasion comes up, like it's my birthday, it's Valentine's Day, I tell Kalen, hey, I have a list of stuff there I would really want or I could use, and he will buy me something. Or if I feel like I deserve to treat myself because it's been 3 months since I've done so, I will go out and get something off of that list for myself. And maybe I'll find out even later when I go look through my list again that 5 things on my list I really don't even want anymore, and I saved myself from purchasing it because I wrote it down before buying it. Stores' jobs are to advertise, to create consumers. That is their job. So to keep yourself on track, you need to have your list and just ignore all the rest of the surroundings and just focus on what you're in the store for. That's just it. Just focus on what you're in there for and just go. Tip number 3. Change what you're doing with your friends and family. So if you guys like to go out and do things like go out for appetizers, go out dancing, go out to the casino, try to find things to do at home with each other. So get some appetizers together. Everyone can bring a dish, bring a bottle of wine. You guys can have card games, you can have a scrapbooking night, you guys can have a spa night. Realistically, it's endless the things that you can do. And it's fun because you'll go out of your way to create something and find something in your community for you to do that is free that normally you wouldn't have known to be there. So maybe it'll be like a special little walking trail that you and your friends decided to go on a hike on instead of going to the mall. And it's going to be better for your health, it's going to be better for your wallet, and just probably better mentally because everyone needs to escape from everything, and the memories you're going to create walking through the forest with your friends is going to be a lot more fun than going to the mall and buying something that you're probably going to toss out in a month anyways. Tip number 4. Unsubscribe from all those shopping subscriptions that you have coming to your emails. Save 50%, save 30%. No, you're not saving anything. You're going to end up going and spending money because you think you're saving 30%, buying something that you realistically don't even need. So tip number 5, that would be decluttering and organizing your items. With doing that, you're going to find things that you've stuffed away that you forgot completely about. So if you actually go through your closet, you go through your cupboards, you'd be surprised on the things that you would find that you don't need to buy more of, which is going to save you money in the long run. So tip number 6, and that would be to check your thrift stores or your community online Facebook pages for items that you're needing instead of purchasing brand new. I understand you might not find something and you will have to go buy it brand new, but you should go out of your way to go look for something used prior because you're going to save yourself a lot of money. And that includes clothing items and furniture. I don't know how many times I've went into a thrift store and I have found clothing items still with the tags on them because we are consumers. It would surprise you how many people buy things, never wear them, and then donate them. It's what our world has become. Tip number 7. And that is to make it a little fun. Honestly, turn it into a competition with your family, with your friends, with your significant other. See who can save the most money that week, who can go the longest without spending any money. A good competition, a good healthy competition is always good. And if you can get your friends and family in on it, it even makes it that much better because then they're kind of going to be on the same page as you are trying to save money. Tip number 8. And that is to consolidate your loans. So get all of your loans into one spot. You're not owing money here, you're not owing money here. Maybe your interest rate is 19% over here. If you can consolidate your loans into one spot and get a decent or low interest rate, it's going to be easier to pay off that one loan, making that one payment, than trying to pay all this stuff everywhere. It gets to be very overwhelming when you owe this person money, this person money, this person money. Consolidate your loans. Have one payment to get your debt paid off, and you'll be relieved of the stress that will be taken off your shoulders once you consolidate your loans. And my last tip to share with you guys is to think of money as time and not as money. When I say that, I mean, when I go to purchase something and it's $100, I look at it as how long did I have to work or Kaylin have to work to pay for this item? How many hours did it take out of his life for me to be able to purchase it? Is it going to give me that much joy out of it, that it's worth that much time out of Kaylin's life for me to buy it? It's weird to look at things like that, but we work for our money. Our money is time from our lives that we've had to work for, and if we were to sit down and honestly look at our financial investments as time from our lives, I honestly think that we'd be thinking about where we're investing our money that much more. Well, I really hope you guys have taken something from this video and can use it towards your life when it comes to saving money and budgeting. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any great money saving tips. I would love to know them, as well as subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and give this video a big thumbs up. I love you guys to the moon and back. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.